Welcome back, and we're playing musical chairs once again. One Alexander leaves, one Alexander returns, and once again we have the Alexander T. Kresek here to join us for some Smash Brothers commentary.
Let's go. Yeah, I'm just running around the venue basically today. I get to cast a little Valorant, get to run back here, cast a little bit of Smash. So I'm just excited to be here. I'm excited to see some more Smash action. And we are indeed in the grand finals for Smash. We have Reese on that upper side of the bracket. So if Reese's opponent's able to win, we are going to see a bracket reset, and this will be a best of 5. So we do get to see a little bit more consistent kind of Smash formatting here. I'm very excited. I think what we saw out of Reese was a Piranha Plant, I believe, when we were watching a little bit earlier. But of course, in Smash Ultimate, you probably have more than one character that you played. The roster is just so big, and there's so many characters that kind of counter each other that you are probably going to main a couple of characters at least. So Reese may have a couple other characters in their bag of tricks for sure.
Yeah, I think what we saw a lot during the round-robin phase was players adjusting pretty early on to some of the neutral plays or how the opponent's approaching, but not being able to adjust until that last stock. So I think this BO5 format will really allow both players to learn the tendencies of each other.
Yeah, and oh my gosh, while you were talking, we did see a shield break from Reese on this DK. Again, you have to be so careful. You have that giant punch. You have the side B as well. There's just so many shield pressure options that DK has that you just have to be so careful about. And the Kazuya Mishima gonna land into that giant punch. Reese up 3-1, stocks 141. You'd think it'd be dangerous, but Donkey Kong lives for these situations, just wants to get more damage, more combos off, and can do it. Yeah, the deceptive hitbox of the Kazuya down air is going to catch Reese off guard and allows Kazuya to take that stock. 2-1, though. Reese still in a fantastic spot for the Donkey Kong. And, of course, Donkey Kong kind of initiating options are dash attack or run up grab. So you kind of know what Donkey Kong wants to do, but you somehow keep getting hit with it. It's the magic of Donkey Kong.
Yeah, he just has so many get off me moves, man. Like that approaching dash attack is so threatening if you're not prepared for it. And that grab, I think in every single iteration of Donkey Kong, that grab has been so oppressive.
Yeah, it is so good. I think in Smash 4, it was just, so oppressive. It was so terrifying. You just didn't want to get grabbed. And wow, what a great wait and read. Reese just sitting there waiting for Kazuya to throw out a move like that down B and is able to just completely capitalize on it with the giant punch. But that was very close. We did see Kazuya kind of getting a little shworked in the beginning there, but was able to bring it back eventually because like we were talking about before, Kazuya just has the combo game, has the damage, even has the weight as well, just allows him to live longer and deal a ton of damage. And after he gets into that rage mode that he has, he gets more super armor on some of his moves, and he just goes crazy.
Yeah, I think in that game we saw Kazuya trying to find out where to approach from and how to approach from.
Yep.
I think those first two stocks we saw a lot of the time trying to approach from the front and Donkey Kong just rolling into him with that dash attack and knocking him up.
Oh, I love this. We immediately see the full character switch. We're getting vibe off the Kazuya on to Joker, which is a fantastic character in the game. And then Reese sticking with the heavies, going to go to that King K. Rool, our resident King K. Rool player. Whack, probably if he's watching, wherever he is, hopefully he is just sitting there smiling. He's got to love that.
Yeah, and I mean, I think this is good to see from both sides. Maybe Vibe saw something that they thought the Joker would be able to complement better. And I think Reese did acknowledge that some of their tendencies were getting picked up in the end of the game. Yep. So let me stay in a somewhat similar play style. I'll switch to a different heavy, but I'll change the way my neutral interactions work. I mean, K. Rool can play so much further range away than a Donkey Kong.
Yeah, absolutely. As a K. Rool, you have a little bit more opportunities to camp as a Donkey Kong. Like I was saying, you really just have two ways to approach. You can dash attack or you can grab. And that can get snuffed out a lot of times. King K. Rool, you don't even need to approach. You can throw out the crown, you can have the cannonball, or you can use your armor on the belly to get through with things like dash attack. So a lot more options for K. Rool. You just have to be careful because that recovery can sometimes get gimped out pretty easily. What a strange interaction, though, there. Really quickly, we did see the Tetracon come out on the side of Joker, was able to reflect the cannonball, but still got hit with a dash attack by King K. Rool. Doesn't matter. That error is immediately rectified as Vibe is able to get that kill, and we see Reese just waiting out the Arsene. Smart move there. We haven't seen it as much in pro play. Players just kind of get back into the game, especially when you're heated. You want to just get back in there. But taking time for yourself to just calm down, cool off a little bit, and wait for that Arsene to run out is a very viable strategy. I wish we saw it a little bit more.
Yeah, that Angel platform is just a few seconds for you to really gather everything, think about your game plan. I mean, you even have time to watch what your opponent's doing. You're just sitting there, you're invincible. You can just watch them do what they're doing. What are they doing in between stocks? Oh, they're going on platform while I'm on the platform, or while I'm on Halo. I'll take note of that for the next time, right?
Yeah, exactly. And that's when you can really start calling people out. You know, we see a lot of these up smash kills because once your invincible opponent comes down, people just don't know what to do, and they make silly mistakes.
Yeah, I think this neutral is really becoming a lot more careful from both sides here, where we are seeing Reese throw out some blunderbuss, some crowns. And that was just really unfortunate where we were talking about exploitable recoveries, and that was just more of a miscalculation from the side of Vibe.
Yeah, unfortunately, did want to get the down air, didn't want to get the fast fall down air. And so by the time that Vibe realized that they had accidentally hit that fast fall, they were too far gone. Joker does have a pretty good recovery, but sometimes when you fast fall with these moves like down air that has a lot of end lag, you are just too far gone by the time you realize you're dead.
Yeah, Arsene is coming out at the perfect time for Vibe here. I think they were down almost 70% before, and now they're just trying to inch that lead right back.
Oh, Vibe trying to get the air dodge, but instead gets hit with the cannonball and loses Arsene faster. So unfortunately was able to get a lot of percent racked up, 97. Wasn't able to get the kill, and the down smash is going to take the kill. Reese gets another game on the board, 97%. K. Rool down smash.
I think that was definitely an improvement, though.
Yes.
I liked seeing the different play style from the side of Reese, and I think the adjustment that Vibe made paid off really well. I mean, that was, if Arsene maybe got one more hit, that could have been the game.
That
right?
could have been it. Yeah, absolutely.
So I think the big question now is who's switching, who stays. Do we switch entire play styles? Do we maybe see Vibe pull out a heavy, or?
Yeah, I mean, I would love to see that. I think based on the playstyles that we've seen for both these characters, or both these players rather, I think we are going to see just new characters, and that's what I love because it's another matchup. You got to learn the playstyle of the character. You've got to adjust your own playstyle for the character, and then your opponent needs to do the same exact thing. So just a lot of adjustment from both of these players, and that game was so close. It was just back and forth. I mean, that was definitely a last hit, last stock situation. K. Rool at 97%. Deceptively closer to death than you might think, especially if Joker had, like you said, Arsene maybe one more hit. Definitely could have taken the stock.
Yeah, I think I'd like to see a character with at least some ranged ability from the side of Vibe. Yeah. I think when they had that crown in their hand in Game 2, they're actually more oppressive than K. Rool was with it.
Absolutely.
And then that Arsene, all those ranged abilities that come out of there, I'd really like to see that adjustment because I think that is where Vibe had the upper hand in that matchup.
Yeah, and I mean, I do want to see Vibe switch characters just because I enjoy the switch of characters, but honestly, you know, it might just do them better to stay Joker at the end of the day.
Yeah, I think you got 3 stocks to learn how to play neutral when you're just Joker.
Yep.
And I think when they had Arsene, I think they were playing great. I think that's where they evened things up, potentially even took the lead if you want to argue 100% versus 97%, but you have Arsene. That could be a lead. That could be a tie. I think Arsene is the comfort, and I think if you have the switch on the other side from Reese, then things get a little bit iffy. I don't know who I want to see. Maybe you switch back.
Yeah.
Like maybe you go DK. You take away some ranged options for yourself, but you take away the counterplay, right?
Yeah. And I mean, typically in like Smash tournaments, whoever wins has to choose their character first, and then the loser has the option to kind of counterpick into that. So it will be very, very interesting to see what kind of happens all in all with this next matchup. Of course, I mean, Reese and Vibe just going back and forth. I think game one was a little bit more in favor of Reese. He had that opening opportunity. He had got the first 2 stocks so quickly, and then Vibe was starting to crawl back into the game. And it wasn't until game 2 that with that Joker versus K-Roll that we really saw Vibe kind of coming into his own. But yeah, it will see. It looks like we're waiting just a moment. Maybe these players taking some time to sit down and think about their strategy, think about the characters that they've seen, the characters that they've played, figure out where they want to go and what character can counter which character. But it doesn't matter. Here we go. Vibe sticking with the Joker as we originally thought, and Reese going to that Mario.
I don't know how I feel about this. I think we got to see how this first stock plays out. I'm not really too familiar with this matchup.
Well, what I can say at least is Mario's on a tri-plat, and that is kind of always where you want to be with Mario. It can really just help extend your up air combos, and that just benefits Mario to no end here. Going for the forward smash. Vibe just throwing out smash attacks. Both of them just throwing out smash attacks, hoping something sticks. Vibe is going to get Arsene 81%. The counter, the Tetracon comes out, and Vibe now making some moves. Something that you do have to worry about, though, is that cape from Mario, especially with Joker's side B.
Yeah, we were talking about on the side of Reese maybe picking a character that didn't have range so it couldn't be used against themselves, but now we're taking it even a step forward in the opposite direction, where Reese can now counter all of this Arsene damage with that cape.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, it just has happened that we see Vibe at 163%, just barely living. Both these players trying to throw out kill moves. Great counter from Rebel's Guard from Joker. Ooh, gets turned around by the cape. That was so wow, that was so aggressive from Reese. That was such a risk, but it ended up working out. And Joker just going to land with that forward air, and we're practically back down to neutral. Both these players just even here. Mario's got a little bit of extra credit and getting more, but they just keep going. The smash attacks are a bit much. I think both these players might need to calm down a little bit with these smash attacks. They are great moves. They do have some knockback. They do have some damage, but both these characters are known for their combo game, and we see we see the cape come out, reflect the damage. Both of them are just countering now.
I really do think that extra time they took really benefited Reese with this character pick. I think we saw with that last stock, Reese went really aggressive to get that grab, but I think it's because Vibe just got Arsene, and by throwing him back and killing him there, you delay Arsene timer by like another 30 seconds or so.
Yup, absolutely. And I mean, right now, as you're talking about, Reese just in such a good position. What a great parry. Oh my gosh. Not quite able to get too much out of it, but it's kind of sending a message to your opponent, right? You're not afraid to run up and parry those smash attacks that Vibe keeps throwing out. That's a true Vibe check, if you will. And oh my gosh, Reese almost dying from that. Wasn't ready for it. Does die from it. An unfortunate SD. Probably didn't mean to do that. 40% on the Joker with Arsene, just about a full Arsene, so this game could go anywhere. Mario does get hit with the side B, so that'll be about 20%. And Joker gets hit with it as well, so gonna eat some more. The forward smash, gonna lose Arsene. And it is down to the wire.
Yeah, this is
so careful.
This is a scary position right here.
Yeah, I mean, both these players, again, just throwing out so many smash attacks. Very punishable. But neither of these characters really known for their quick smash attacks. Oh, the forward air. This might catch him. Mario should recover from this. Oh, no! Oh, that's so sad. Oh, no. The drop-off air dodge. Probably wanted to jump on stage or roll on stage and just ended up accidentally buffering an air dodge instead. That is not how you want to lose, but it's okay. This match still goes on.
Yeah, I think for Vibe, you just have to take that. You have to take that as you won that. You need to set your mental in the correct direction.
Yep.
I think for the side of Reese, no sweat, right?
Yeah.
It was a simple input error. I had the lead. I've been managing their Arsene usage very well. I feel comfortable in this matchup. How do I feel about Mario? How do I feel about K. Rool? How do I feel about DK? I think that's where it's leading.
Yep.
I don't think there's any real worry yet. It's just more, which of my options do I want to pull out? I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if we're seeing Vibe lock in that Joker right now and we see another character on the other side. Oh!
Yeah, very interesting here. Vibe's going to actually lock in the Sora, and now we have DK. Interestingly enough, when Sora came out, of course, there was a 0-to-death combo found from Sora, specifically on DK, because there always is a 0-to-death on just DK. But an interesting matchup. But, I mean, if you're a Reese, right, you have to be feeling confident in your DK. The DK has been playing so great all day, and just gonna call out these side Bs, gonna call out the counter as well, and Reese just able to throw out these big moves and not get punished for it.
Yeah, I really think we got to look at how DK is playing around all of these platforms. I mean, Sora has such large air mobility, but you can't really use it if you have DK sharking you with up airs when you're trying to move across with your side B or just trying to double jump through. So I think that's really going to be where our focus should be, right at the center of the stage beneath all the platforms.
Yes, and I think Vibe really needs to hold back on pushing the side B button, because Vibe just keeps getting punished for it. It is a great move, sure. It's fast. It's kind of unreactable a lot of times, especially online. But you can just armor through it with DK. You can just get through a lot of those options, and DK does keep doing exactly that. Reese is just getting so much extra credit off of the fact that Vibe just keeps side being into him.
And I think we really got to pay attention to this up air here. This is a really scary position for Vibe. I think being anywhere in the center of the stage is just not a good look.
No, and I mean, it's great for Reese because he can just live a little bit longer. And of course, if you're Sora, you're going to make it back from whatever. As long as you're still on the stage and you haven't died, you will make it back from wherever you are. And we just see Vibe throwing out moves. Back throw going to get the kill. Reese now 3 stocks to 1, 134%. Probably a forward smash at the edge will kill. Even forward air almost killed at the end. Wow, able to get through the thunder. Oh my gosh, that takes both skill and luck.
Reese is just completely unscared at the ledge. I mean,
no fear.
Regular get up, I'll hold shield in your face, throw out a hitbox, I'll grab you, I'll back throw you.
Yeah, and with that 96% Vibe really on the back foot here. Gonna make something happen. Who has to be careful? Oh my gosh. Ledge invincibility for regrabs is gone. So if Vibe had grabbed the ledge there, he would have been punished for it. And still alive here. Just trying to get a little bit more percent. Ooh, tries to go for the forward smash. But Reese is just pressing buttons. He's trying to move. Trying to get away from that. Again, the counter not very strong on Sora. It has its time and place for sure, but I think can't always use it. Now 131, that's gonna be death.
Oh.
Gonna call out that counter there. DK with the giant punch, gonna finish it off, and I believe Reese ends up taking that 3-1. The series will go in favor of Reese.
Yeah, I think this tournament started with, I think it might have started with a DK punch. Did it not? Or maybe it started with the Kirby side B? Regardless,
yes.
These strong moves, these chargeable moves, they started the tournament, they set the stage, and now it closes the stage.
And now closes it.
Curtains come.
Yeah, I mean, I will say for this tournament in particular, I don't think I've seen quite as many of the Kirby side Bs or the giant punches. But they are very fun. They do come with their own perks. Like you said, the chargeable moves just can be so strong, especially if you use them at the right time. You can armor through certain moves. You can punish your opponents for throwing out certain moves. And Reese did exactly that by punishing things like that counter from Sora. A lot of characters, when they counter, there's just so much end lag at the end of it that you have a free punish. So you have to be so careful when you're throwing it out.
Yeah, I mean, it was a great tournament. I'm happy to be here. Thank you to the Gold Star Gamers for coming out and competing in this.
Yeah.
I believe there might still be an open bracket competing. I know it got to grand finals. I don't know if the open bracket finished or not yet. So we can give you some updates on that later on. But I think we're going to cut to a short break before joining the Army Air Force Winners Finals match.
Ooh, that's gonna be incredible. So you are not gonna want to go anywhere. But we'll be right back after this commercial break.
At Verizon.